guys, this is James with RogueDuelist Trade, and on this channel we talk about current and upcoming Yu-Gi-Oh product and whether or not you should invest your money in order to profit. We are going to be doing a longly awaited updated risk analysis on Maximum Gold. So if you guys saw my initial risk analysis, I had a lot of reservations about investing into this product, but now we have a lot more context. We know the majority of the cards that are going to be coming in Maximum Gold, and it's going to be coming out very soon in the TCG. We had a lot of Yu-Gi tubers crack open Maximum Gold on their channels, so we know a lot of cards that are coming and we know what they look like, which is absolutely huge and affirms a lot of our expectations that we had for this product. Before we dive into this risk analysis for investing in Maximum Gold, if you guys are interested in buying modern Yu-Gi-Oh product as a vendor and are serious about getting into vending, you guys should highly consider the RDT Patreon in partnership with Pro Play Games. And lastly, if you guys enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh skits, you guys should subscribe to my new channel, RogueDuelist TV. All right, guys, without further ado, let's jump into the updated risk analysis for Maximum Gold. So OTS launch for Maximum Gold is November 12th, 2020, and the official market launch is November 13th, 2020. OTS and market launch dates are extremely important for this product because I am predicting a very similar situation that we had with Megatons, because this is a 100% reprint product, which means we are getting reprints of cards in some cases that have already been reprinted or might be seeing their first reprint. So I am fully expecting that the larger brick and mortar vendors that are doing pre-orders on and before OTS market launch are going to be seeing far higher margins than e-commerce vendors that are going to be selling at and after market launch. I'm expecting there's going to be a very large dip, as we did see with Tin of Lost Memories. It's a 162 card set with 52 premium gold cards, 110 gold letter rares, so not the typical silver letter rares, and in every single box you're going to be getting 4 packs, and each pack is going to come with 7 cards. 5 of them are going to be the gold letter rares, 2 of them are going to be the new premium gold treatment rares that we're going to be getting in Maximum Gold. All right, so the first metric for analysis is generic tech meta cards. You could also call them free agent cards. If you guys would like to understand the definitions for each of these metrics that we're going to go through, you can see that down in the description below, but they should be fairly straightforward. So again, this is a primarily reprint product, and these are all the cards that I personally hand selected as cards that are considered generic meta cards. It can kind of be played in most any type of deck. That means that these are the cards that will likely have the highest level of demand because they can be played in a variety of decks, not just a singular or small set of decks. So starting from the top, we have some of our Ghost Girls. Now, the only one that has been actually 100% confirmed, at least at the time of me recording this video, is Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. So that was confirmed, that was pulled by one of the Yu-Gi tubers in their videos. Ash Blossom and Ghost Mourner and Moonlit Chill, we haven't technically confirmed it yet, but this was part of the initial leaks that happened months ago. Now, one of the ones that are most notable is Ghost Mourner and Moonlit Chill, because this card was literally just printed in Eternity Code in 2020, and we may already be seeing a reprint of it, and it's actually a fairly good card. You can somewhat compare it with an Infinite Impermanence or an Infect Veiler. It's definitely another tech card that people can choose. That having its first reprint could mean that it could see a decent amount of value, maybe a $5 card or something like that. Martial Metal Marcher, which is used in a large amount of combo decks that like to get synchro monsters on the field. Nibiru, which is going to be its 3rd reprint. Alternate art of Fantastical Dragon Phantasma. I think this might be its like 4th reprint. Droll and Lockbird. Oral Sword Dragon, we're going to be getting an alternate art of. Appaloosa, we're going to be getting an alternate art of. Super Poly, Solemn Judgment, Infinite Impermanence, Forbidden Chalice, Herald of the Arclight, Link Karibo, Harpy's Feather Duster, Called by the Grave, and There Can Only Be One. So these are all of the cards that I feel could have a higher level of demand because there's a large amount of people that may want these cards. Definitely the ones that are coming in premium gold rare. And you guys can see I've already classified the PGR. Those are the premium gold rare cards that we're going to be getting. Some of these cards are gold letter rares, and having cards like Link Karibo, being able to get that even though it's coming as a gold rare, making that more accessible, I do imagine that kind of being one of the better cards that you're going to be getting as rares in your packs, in addition to Called by the Grave and There Can Only Be One. So overall, I'm going to be grading this metric as a 5. I think there is a ton of generic tech meta cards that are going to be desired and in high demand in this product, even though they already have a lot of reprints to some extent. I think there's going to be a lot of people interested in getting the premium gold rares just from a collection perspective, or people that are actually going to want to play those even over cards that might be considered highest rarity. Man, if you guys haven't seen these cards yet, they look really good, and I'll show a few examples in this video. So this is definitely a unique reprint set because we're gonna be getting a different rarity that we haven't had before that actually looks very good, and I think there's gonna be more demand for those rarities sooner than I initially thought in my original analysis. So now, next metric is new archetypes, and this one is gonna be a very simple score. We're gonna be grading this as a 1. Now, one thing that is a negative for full reprint products is we're getting no new cards. They are all reprints, and every single time you reprint cards, you're diluting value of whatever card is being reprinted, especially because a lot of cards coming in this product have already been reprinted several times. So we're getting reprints of reprints of reprints, which means you have so many of that card that's now flooding the market that all of the value for all previous printings, depending on the rarity, are gonna start going down in value. So getting a product that is primarily diluted reprints in value, I'm really hoping the premium gold rare is gonna help kind of maybe set a new standard. Next metric is legacy support. And honestly, this one's tough, and I wanted to give some more benefit to the product because although we're not getting any new legacy support, we are getting reprints of archetypes that are already current archetypes in the format. Here are cards that are gonna be reprinted, most of them in premium gold rares, and I do think, again, that a lot of people are gonna be interested in getting gold rares for their decks for things like Dark Lords, Dragon Maids, Madolche, Mecha Phantom Beast, Barrier Statue. I'm just kind of calling out, I don't know if you could really call that a legacy support. Maybe that's more of a generic tech type of archetype, but that's something else that people are going to be interested in getting gold rares in. Dinosaurs. We know we're going to be getting a gold rare of Miscellaneosaurus, and I know a lot of people are thinking this might get banned or limited soon, but definitely a card I can imagine people are going to want because it's only come as a common. Eldritch. We're going to be getting a reprint already of Eldritch. So some of my top picks out of these different archetypes is going to be Dark Lords. There hasn't been a lot of printings of some of the Dark Lords cards. I think this is the first time we're seeing Morningstar reprinted. Madolche Hootcake. Some of the cards that we're getting reprints of Madolches in premium gold rares have a lot of higher value, such as Hootcake. Dragon Maids. We haven't seen reprints, I believe, of Kitchen Dragon Maid, House Dragon Maid, and Laundry Dragon Maid, and we're now getting reprints of those cards in premium gold rares, and those cards are seeing higher value points right now. Once these cards get reprinted, they're probably going to be at best $5. At worst case, they might be about $1. And then Eldritch the Golden Lord, I think might be one of the higher value cards. I think this is one of the cards that's getting reprinted that only has one print of it so far in the marketplace, and it is a very high value card. Was sitting at about $100. I think now it's sitting anywhere between 70 and 80. So this card might see like a $10 price point, maybe. We'll see what happens. So overall, I'm scoring this as a 3. Again, because we're not getting any new legacy support, we are getting reprints of cards that are legacy archetypes that people love and enjoy and can be meta like Eldritch. So I think there's going to be a demand, but I have to grade this as a 3 because again, there's nothing new coming, and that usually is what bolsters up a set. For people to have some higher demand for it is if they're getting some really cool legacy support for their decks that they really enjoy and are fan favorites. Next metric is going to be impact to the meta format. As you guys would imagine, there's not going to be a large impact because there's nothing new coming into the meta format. Now, if anything, more cards are going to be more accessible because they'll be more budget friendly because everything's getting reprinted. Higher rarity cards doesn't really matter at all in terms of impact to a meta format. It's really going to be how accessible those cards are and if there's anything new coming that's going to be changing the format as we know it. I think the best thing that Maximum Gold has going for itself is making cards more accessible in today's meta. So again, these free agent cards that I mentioned earlier in this video, all of these cards are going to be more accessible. People are going to be able to get their hands on them, making their decks more competitive. And now some of the more meta competitive decks are going to be more accessible. So we have Chaos Dragon Levianeer that's coming as a premium gold. Now this card has already seen a fair share of reprints, but I think this is a card making it more cost effective and for people to be able to get their hands on is a good thing, especially within Dragon Link strategies. Eldritch has kind of been at the top of the meta for a really long time. It's been kind of brought down the bracket quite a bit with a lot of other decks that are now leading. And Zodiac, I think a lot of people are going to be very happy that Zodiac Trident is going to be more accessible, more cost effective, because we do have more cards coming into the TCG, such as in Phantom Rage, that can make Zodiac more competitive. I'm calling that out here as well. So overall, I'm calling meta impact a 3 because again, all reprints. It's not going to be making a huge impact. If anything, things are going to be more accessible, which is a good thing, but we're not going to be seeing some type of large impact to our meta because of maximum gold coming into the TCG. Next metric is collector value. Now, obviously, this is where this product shines really well, no pun intended. So we are going to be getting premium gold rares, which honestly, I didn't think this was actually going to happen. I knew this was going to happen in the OCG, but it was confirmed. We're going to be getting Dark Magician, Red Eyes, and Blue Eyes. Now, these are definitely the best cards we could be getting in gold rarity because of the nostalgia tied to it. I will tell you guys right now, I will absolutely have at least one of each of these cards. And if the price point is low enough, I might be buying several of them to sit on them somewhat as an investment. Now, guys, don't get me wrong. This isn't going to be seeing value like Starter Deck Yugi First Edition or Starter Deck Kaiba First Edition or Legend of Blue Eyes First Editions of these cards. I think maybe these cards could be like $5 cards and could be like $20 cards down the road. So when I say I'm going to be buying on these cards and holding on to them, it's from the perspective of making a pretty significant margin, and I'll probably be buying several of these. You're not going to sit on one of these and it's going to turn into like a $10,000 card. That's likely not going to happen. And we're also going to be getting alternate arts of things like Phantasme, Droll and Lockbird, Boral Sword, Appaloosa, Stratos, and Levianeer. And also you can see in the background, this is a card that was actually pulled by RogueDuelist. We're going to be getting Dark Rebellion, Xyz Dragon in premium gold. And man, if you guys can see in the image here, it looks so good. You have that raised gold embroidered printing on these cards where the art actually pops, the borders of the cards pop. It's a thicker card stock, so it's very high quality. I am very excited. This, in my perspective, is the best rarity in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Hands down from, again, my perspective. I know some things are more scarce, harder to get your hands on, but in terms of like actual look, and I can't wait to actually have these cards in my hands when I pick out some of the cards I'm going to buy singles of. They just look amazing. And I think that is going to play a good role in the longevity of this product. And also Gaia the Dragon Champion is a pretty cool nostalgic reprint that people might be happy about as well. Overall, this is an easy 5. From a collector value perspective, this product is significantly better, leaps and bounds of many other products that have come out in the TCG. Next is reprint ratio / selection. So I would either look at this as reprint ratio, so you want to have a low ratio of reprints, usually because the more new prints of cards that you get, like in core product, which is all new cards, that's always good, of only having one printing of a particular card, because again, the more you reprint, the lower the value gets. Now, another angle to look at this metric is reprint selection. For sets like Maximum Gold that is primarily reprints, it's like, well, what cards were reprinted? Are there cards that can have some value that you know is going to be there to help you get a return on your investment? So obviously, looking at it more from that angle, there's just so many good cards that are coming. Like I mentioned in the generic meta card metric earlier in this video, we're getting a lot of really good cards that have some higher value right now, with Eldritch the Golden Lord getting a reprint. There's definitely some good selection, but you have to take into account the fact that everything's being reprinted. We're going to be seeing diluted value. I'm telling you guys, on market launch, we're probably going to be seeing a pretty significant dip in value for a lot of the cards that we're going to be seeing for pre-sales. I was very close to calling this a 3. I decided to give benefit to this set, calling it a 4. Because although it's primarily reprints, we're getting a lot of them in this new gold rarity, and we really don't know what that's going to look like long-term for the market. Overall, I'm going to go ahead and call this a 4. Product value versus cost. This is another tough metric. So it's going to be $30 a box MSRP. Vendors are likely going to be paying anywhere between $17 to $20, maybe more, depending on when you pre-ordered the product. And again, each pack comes with 2 premium gold rares. So you're going to be seeing a total of 8 premium gold rares for every $30. Now, it doesn't mean that every premium gold rare is going to be $2 per card. It's likely there's probably going to be some that are under $1, some that are like $1, some that are $2, but then there's going to be some that are going to be more of the money cards that are going to be like $10, $15 maybe, such as like Eldritch the Golden Lord as an example. I could see being one of them. Maybe Nibiru might be a decent price point. Maybe Ghost Mourner Moonlit Chill, because it's only getting its second reprint. Maybe that'll be like a $5 card. And again, these vendors are going to have to make their money back. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But guys, looking at Tin of Lost Memories, man, the value dips so significantly. It doesn't matter what you paid as a vendor. You're just hoping to be breaking even. If you're going to be opening up this product and hoping to sell it on market launch weekend, I think you're gonna be running a high risk. So overall, I'm gonna be grading this as a 3. I think there's other ways of looking at this product, not just for cracking it open and selling it on market launch weekend. I think there's other value points to be looking at this product, but overall, I'm gonna call it a medium. Again, it's a full reprint product, which does present a lot of risk. All right, guys, so the updated risk analysis score for maximum gold is going to be a solid 70%. Now, I gave you guys a lot of my reasons kind of throughout this video why I scored the way I did, and you guys can see the scores that maximum gold did very well in are the scores that have the most weight to it. So generic tech meta cards is weighted at 17.5. Collector value is rated at 17.5. It's just that any product that is reprints, primarily reprints, shows a lot of risk. Now, I would say some things that do reduce risk at a probably significant level is this new rarity that I do think people are gonna be very excited for. Now, I think that Konami partnering with YugiTubers to open up these products to show people their reactions of this new printing, for people to kind of see what they look like on camera, I think that definitely was a very good call by Konami. Now people are starting to realize, okay, this isn't the gold rares that we've known in the past. This is a completely different look and feel, and it actually looks really good. So in conclusion, buying an opening sealed product on product release, I think is very risky. Now, buying singles, I think has huge potential, and that's where I'm gonna be going in the market. I'm gonna be looking and targeting specific cards, and depending on their value, I'm probably gonna set a value point as to when I'm gonna be all in and buying a large amount of certain cards. That's definitely something I think has huge potential, because I think long-term with this new gold rarity, I think people are gonna be more interested in it, and there's gonna be more demand for it down the road. At least that's my gut feel. And also, holding sealed, I think has huge potential. So if you guys did invest in the sealed, I highly recommend watch what happens to the value in the market before you crack these open. See on Friday of product release and on Saturday, how much does the product dip, and what's your chances of being able to get a return if you opened up the product, and for it to be a significant return. If it's not the return that you want, I would say just hold them sealed and just wait it out and see what happens in value, see what happens in demand. I think that would be the best thing to do, at least from my perspective, and that's what I would recommend. So guys, that does it for this video. What do you guys think of my updated risk analysis on maximum gold? Do you guys agree, disagree? Let me know down in the comments below. I'd really like to get your thoughts. I'm personally very excited for this product, at least for a buying singles perspective, or just having some of these cards for my own collection. Again, I think it looks really good. I've stated that many times, and I'm very excited to have some of the alternate arts of like a Stratos. But guys, if you enjoy this type of content on investing in modern Yu-Gi-Oh product, go ahead right now and subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so you guys don't miss a video from me. And also, if you guys want to support this channel by helping the YouTube algorithm, like this video. That will help spread this content, help people discover it, and we can help grow this channel together. So I appreciate you guys stopping by, and I'll see you on the next video on RogueDuelist Trade.